Hi there and welcome to another Pokemon Ultra Moon battle. This is a battle I had while I was a bit bored in Brazil and just had some time to kill in the hostel, so I was challenging random passers-bys. And here we had a random person who had a pretty interesting team. A good mix there. It appears the highest tiered Pokemon is RU, but I think, yeah, my highest tier is RU except for Gallade. But I just wanted to use, my favourite Mega Evolution. So this is how it went. Smeargle, of course, being my premier setup Pokemon. Hazard setter, even. So what is he going to lead with? Actually leads with Donphan. Smart move, able to rapid spin away Smeargle's shenanigans. But I know Outspeed, and I know Spore will happily put this thing to sleep. So that is what I do. Away it goes. And now that it's asleep, I can easily set up my hazards. So I think Sticky Web is the more important one here. He has a few decently sped Pokemon, and it's best to keep them slow. And now, since he may wake up very soon and just attack me, I'm going to switch out here, because I want to put the pressure on this Donphan. And Parting Shot brilliantly allows me to switch out while neutering the Donphan a fair bit. Stays asleep, which is good for me, and I bring in Gallade. Donphan, of course, being pretty hardcore. I don't really want to bring in Typhlosion here, despite, having good special attack. So I'm going to switch in and hit it on the physical side. I know Mega Gallade has tremendous physical attack, and I have to move Ice Punch, which of course is super effective against Donphan. We see he actually goes up for the Stealth Rocks, one of those Dolphins, probably holding leftovers then. But with my +1 in attack and defense, I hit hard. But we see it does survive with perhaps a third health left, and hits back with an Earthquake. But after my defense boost and a reduction in Donphan's attack, it doesn't do too much. But now I can switch it up to Drain Punch and get lots of that nice HP back. Donphan does have quite a decent HP stat. I think it's 85, so I'm able to restore a fair bit. In comes Feraligatr. I know I should be able to outspeed even if it gets a Dragon Dance up, and Drain Punch should do over 50%. And yes, we see that does about 30%? No, 60%. Maybe even 75%. But out comes the Waterfall, which critical hits me and one-hit KOs. Gallade's defense is not the greatest. That's why I have Bulk Up to boost that, but with a critical hit that did not matter, because crits do bypass any stat boosts. But I know I'll outspeed the Feraligatr with my Smeargle. Only a max speed Feraligatr could outspeed me, and this one's in the Sticky Web anyway. I don't really want to wait. Considering how powerful this thing is, I'm going to switch immediately and see if I can go into something which can take it out. I figure Nelly the Elephant should do the job here, although he does have the Stealth Rock up, so I think that thing caught in the Sticky Web, maybe Nelly will outspeed. And we see it does, so I go for the Rapid Spin first to get rid of those Stealth Rocks. Don't want no rocks floating around my team. But he wakes up and goes for the Earthquake. Oof. Even at -1 attack, that does a tremendous amount of damage. But since I outspeed, I can go for the Earthquake. Not hard to finish that thing off with the HP it was at. But now out comes Girafarig. Girafarigs are pretty fast, if I recall, so I probably won't outspeed this. But on the off chance I will, I decide to go for the knockoff. But yeah, we see it does outspeed. Girafarig is a Pokemon I'm not too familiar with, but I know it is a fast one. And in the Sticky Web it's still outsped. So, let's bring in Smeargle again. This is the advantage of having Parting Shot. I can just keep bringing it in. But now we see the stiff... Wow, sorry, my voice. And now we see the Sap Sipper. I thought in the back of my mind it might have it, but I just wasn't sure enough, not familiar. So I've given that thing an attack boost and it's calm-minded. Pretty scary. But I'll go for the parting shot, lowering those stats again. And I believe Tsukiyomi should be able to handle this. Immune to Psychic, so that comes in pretty handy. And I'm just going to go straight for the foul play. I know Girafarig doesn't have great defense, so it does do quite a lot. Holding a berry, but not a pinch berry, it's actually just a plain old citrus berry. Out comes the super effective signal beam, but my max physical defense Tsukiyomi has such a high special defense stat anyway that doesn't really matter. My opponent, seeing the futility of that, decides to switch and brings in Pyro, who is a bit more specially offensive. I decided to go for the Wish here, considering how much Signal Beam was doing. Decide to get that up, and I'll be able to restore mine or a partner's health. Now, I believe Typhlosion, with one of the strongest fighting moves in the game, should be able to take care of this. Oof. The Hyper Voice does a lot, but thanks to Tsukiyomi's Wish, I'm able to restore my HP to full. So now I can set up the Sunny Day. I know I'll be able to live a hit from this Pyro. The Sunny Day will be essential for what comes next. Or after this, anyway. Out comes another Hyper Voice, doing tons of damage. But now I go for the Focus Blast, which, probably thanks to my wide lens item, boosting my accuracy by 10%, does connect. It's still pretty inaccurate, only 70%, it's 70% accurate normally, but with the item it is 77%. As in comes Zeb Striker, who I will hit with a Fire Blast, and in the sun, there is no way it's living. Fire Blast's animation in Gen 7 is beautiful. I believe that is the Japanese symbol for fire that is produced at the end. And now comes in Rhydon, who we all know is 4 times weak to grass, and thanks to the sun, I don't need to waste a turn charging up the attack. I hit straight with that 120 base power grass move, easily taking out Rhydon. It is so great putting in work with a Typhlosion. Back comes Girafarig. And does my opponent see the futility here? I believe he does. Nope, he decides to stay in anyway, and let his little giraffe burn. And Typhlosion put in the work. That was a very interesting mixed match. My overpowered Pokemon was taken out immediately, almost. And that was a certainly good game. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed.